Maya Angelou said, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. So I'm in this place, writing in the darkness. I'm in this zone, still trying to find my way. Guided by the voice of my past, I'm realizing change has to take place. My eyes are open wide through the darkness, though still blinded by the reality of it all. What future is in sight? The light is lingering. I'm feeling my way through the dis-ease. The dis-ease ushered in by the misunderstanding that is spreading like a disease of the mind. You see, as we continually string ourselves along, we realize the fatality and the rope of lies we have spun. But it's time to lasso the truth. To swing it out, swing it in. When we loop it back around, all we can do is hang ourselves with the truth. The truth that our minority population, though able to vote, still has a voice that is not quite being heard. The truth that our education system has a spotty record of truly embracing the brilliant young minds it sees day after day. The truth in the numbers. Numbers like 1. Number 1. The city of Rochester is number 1 in childhood poverty. The numbers around poor female-headed families. The numbers around the lack of jobs. The numbers around poor education for our youth. But you see, the semester is over and the grades are in, and the report card is saying that we're still failing where we should be passing. But it's time to change the perception of the problem, thus changing the thinking behind the solutions. So whether we're talking about our poor working class or our class of working poor, pour more into them than just the ridicule and the projected negativity, because you know being poor is more. More than just being without money, but being poor is more. It is more than an uncomfortable standard of living. Being poor is more. It's more than the haves versus the have-nots. More than the rich versus the poor, but being poor is so much more. It is a mindset. It is a mental enclosure, not allowing the bright light of success and motivation to penetrate the dark curtain of failure. And we can attribute this to the selling of broken dreams, much like the businessman with the ultimate scheme. Stop selling hopelessness to our younger generation. Maybe they'll stop dying with unseen fascinations, looking through the barrel of self-destruct, pulling the trigger of despair, shooting round after round after round of death-laced bullets of vacant esteem. But this generation is aching for an ideology that is grounded in truth, not tradition, supported by fact, not fiction, dictated by respect, not marginalization. So then maybe their actions can move in succession with their hearts. But we have to do this by omitting the selfish individual interests that plague our thinking. We have to do this by transforming our thinking. In doing this, then we begin to realize that in transforming the thinking, we begin to realize that it is our responsibility to strengthen those who are weak. It is our responsibility to look within our communities and to pick up those who have fallen. It is our responsibility to lift them up in very sincere and substantial ways. It is our responsibility to take the good from the past to heal the present. It is our responsibility because our future depends on it. Our future depends on it. And so I ask, what are you thinking?